Libra Venus, this is your relationship reading for December 2024 or whenever you see this. If you don't know your Venus sign, check out a website like astrocharts.com where you can get your full astrology birth chart. You just need your date and place of birth. You don't need to know your time for this one. You can just enter in 12 p.m. It's like kind of a standard thing to do when you don't know your time of birth. So you'll have to forgive me on this one. I'm just getting over a sickness. My voice is pretty weak and I'm going to be coughing and pausing to have coughing fits and stuff like that. But I am really happy to be here doing this reading for you. Libra Venus, let's get a single and relationship deck oracle card for you. For this month or right now, whenever it is that you see this video. My dog is trying to get in. Should I let her in? This one out again. Really all she wants is to make sure that door stays open. Does not like closed doors. Past trauma. Addiction. Okay, I just got past trauma for Virgo Venus as well, but excuse me. We're figuring stuff out this month. Relationships are an amazing lens to understand ourselves through the reflection of other people. And so often these things come up. Past trauma, you need to take time for yourself and heal your past trauma before moving on or moving forward. And addiction, you are either obsessed with someone or struggling with addiction, get help. Look at what that is. And if that's the case, my heart goes out to you. I have absolutely been there. So has my partner. It's hard for anyone else to understand until they've been through it and are on the other side of it. There is a powerful video that has been floating around recently of a alcoholic who was pouring the glass, and they put like the green Gatorade in it and then had the water pouring in it. And he was talking about how he always thought that his alcohol addiction was his problem. When then he realized when at his turning point, when he was able to really let go of it and start moving forward, he realized that alcohol was his solution. Anytime he had difficulties in his life, instead of approaching them in the hard way, which is resolving them through conversation or discipline, letting go of something or fighting hard for something, instead of doing those things, he just turned to alcohol to numb his desires or his feelings or his depression or anything about that. So if you're going through that right now, I definitely understand, and I'm here to help you if I can, for sure. So how is Libra Venus showing up in their relationship right now? Libra Venus, the Tower. Something shocking has come in that kind of upset the balance, right? The equilibrium, the way that the tower had been built. So the tower is a symbol for a tall and generally secure structure where you're elevated. You've reached a point where you've built something up and worked on something hard. But the tower also symbolizes the lightning strike of a lightning strike on the tower can destroy it in an instant. And if a tower does not have firm foundations, it will crumble. Okay, so something about you, that lightning strike hit about you, about the relationship, and now your tower is crumbling because it was not built on a firm foundation. How's your person showing up right now? The Emperor. Getting that card a lot for other people. And the Moon. They're very much, they have it together in their lives. They go out and get what they want. They take control of their life. Seize the day, seize the moment, seize the opportunity, but also seize power. Not necessarily in a destructive or harmful way, but taking ownership and responsibility, power over themselves especially. And with the Moon, there's either delusion, illusion, or secrecy around something for them. They do not see something clearly right now. There even could be fear around something. What is the problem at hand for Libra Venus? Six of Cups and the Three of Swords reversed. This is the issue, the problem at hand. Something in the childhood and old wounding left you feeling isolated and injured. And I do want to say, with these clarification cards now out, if you don't know immediately what this is talking about, this reading is not for you. I remind you that this is for entertainment purposes only. And the way that I see that isn't just for, you know, oh, I'm bored, let me watch this. Yes, of course. But it's also for you to entertain, not to take as fact. So if this isn't ringing any bells, then I'll see you on the next one, okay? What do you want out of the situation, Libra Venus? Four of Wands, that's security, stability, the home. Queen of Swords, to be able to follow your own truth, have your say, be heard in a situation, be acknowledged as being correct and logical, smart, quick. What does your person want in the situation? Okay. They impatiently want a emotionally satisfying resolution to this situation. They don't want to have to put themselves under a great deal of discipline. They are willing to come towards you very compassionately and with sympathy. Yet, if it requires them to restrain themselves, they're not really up for it. They are focused on their happiness at this time. Okay. They may not understand the full totality of what you're going through, though. I will remind you on that. That could change things if they knew. What are you afraid of? The Eight of Pentacles reversed. This could be job loss, but this could also be a something new, like breaking a repetitious cycle, right? And the addiction, the trauma, breaking a repeated cycle. What else are you afraid of? The Four of Pentacles, being isolated, having to cling on to what little you have. I think in some respects you're also afraid of the King of Wands reverse becoming abusive, abusing your power, abusing your authority, thinking you know it all when you don't, making decisions for other people, making decisions that harm others. What are they afraid of? What is Libra Venus's person afraid of right now? Realizing that what they've been working towards is all for naught and having to make a new change and go in a new direction. And with the Tower here, you know, this is, they don't want to look at that. Whatever y'all were previously building together is not on a firm foundation because you are not healed. And because of that, something that they thought was solid, stable, and worthwhile, it's no longer, they're afraid that this isn't worth it. Whatever it is that you've been building together, whether it's a relationship in general, going through this with you, they're afraid of it ending. Damn, they're afraid of it not being worth it. That's fucking a little selfish, but I don't know. This person's giving Aries vibes, so it's going to have to put a pause on their momentum. That they were working towards something, and now that's not possible because this needs to be attended to now. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see. What's next? How do you see them? How does Libra Venus see their person right now? The Star. You see them as your hope in the situation, a guiding light. The Fool. Wow. Okay. I apologize for what I said earlier. You really, you don't see them that way at all. You see them as, in some aspects, with the Fool following their own dreams, no matter the cost. In a way, yes, but this is so much bigger than that. It's so much bigger than like selfishness. It's more like following one's own vision with a sort of fearlessness and trust in the universe. Oh my gosh, I apologize. Okay. How do they see you right now? This is going to be telling, I think. And the Three of Cups reversed, unsupported. The Eight of Cups reversed, not able to heal. Six of Wands reversed, embarrassed, afraid to go out. They know you're struggling. They do. And they just want you to talk to them about it. If you're not already, reach out to them, have an honest conversation about what you're dealing with. I think they've been kept in the dark, and they need to know. Okay. How can you ask for, how can you support them right now, actually? How can you support them right now? How can Libra Venus support their person right now? Oh, my God. I know you might feel like you want to support them in all the ways, but let's get some clarity on this. How can you support them right now? The Hierophant reversed. Excuse me. The Hierophant reverse is about stepping outside of the established norms of bureaucracy and hierarchy to do something that is revolutionary and different and kind of extraordinary in its own way. How does Libra Venus need to be extraordinary in order to support their person? Clarification on the Hierophant reverse. You got Aquarius and the Shell. Aquarius is a new modality or thought, a new idea. The Shell, baptism, fertility, love, pearl created from strife. If you start looking at this situation as a way that this can grow you, Aquarius has so much to do with the Tower. It has so much to do with the Star. This is where hope is generated from our darkest places, where everything feels like in a moment it was lost in that lightning bolt. And that is where the seed of the new person begins. And so I think that a way to support them is to communicate and believe both within yourself, and then communicate with them. That this is a transformational process that will make you into such a more powerful and complex and compassionate and wise person and strong person than you were previously, and that this is a transformational process that you need to go through, and that it will in fact be worth it. You will come out so extraordinary on the other side. You need to believe it first before you can communicate that to them, of course. And that will help you a great deal in this journey, is understanding that this, beating this addiction, this trauma, whatever that looks like for you. I'm not going to get super specific on it because this is a general reading. You know what it is, okay? But beating this is something that you need to understand. It's in your life for a reason. It's meant to make you strong and show you how powerful you are. It's meant to help you have a greater understanding for the human condition in general, which is very Aquarius, very Aquarius. This is something you came here to experience. How can they support you? How can you ask them for support right now? How can you ask them for support? This is very important. How can you ask them for support? Justice. The Libra card. Be fair. Please be fair with me. Don't hold this against me, yet don't let me get away with it all. We need to be rational about this going forward. You need fair treatment. That means when you act poorly, there are consequences. When you act in ignorance, there is understanding and grace given. What are you learning in this situation, Libra Venus? Princess of Cups reversed. It's a negative emotional messaging. It comes from the High Priestess reversed. Not being in tune with your intuition. That's so nebulous, though. Anything else? And the Hangman. You need to take time away from others and spend time alone, by yourself, with yourself, and meditation and pause. In any way you can find time, this is important. You need to put a pause on everything that you were working towards. Sustain what you have. Keep going to work if that's what's necessary. Sorry, I keep doing the vocal pauses. Any responsibilities that you can get yourself out of right now that you can let go of, that's a good idea right now, because you need to take time away and take a pause to reconnect yourself with your inner voice. And I know that is so freaking nebulous. And I think that's a little bit outside the context of this reading, but there's messages that are trying to reach you and you can't hear them. This is vital help that could really be of use to you right now, and you can't hear them because you're too busy focusing on other people or being out in the world, concerned with what others think, concerned about, playing around and having a good time, doing all this stuff, right? There's a time for introspection, and that time is now. And this is about the past trauma too. There is a root of these addictive tendencies or this addiction or whatever this is. There is a root in trauma. And how that happened, I can't say for sure, but I can say that understanding how the selected for this behavior to happen, where this habitual familiarity gave you a sense of security, of this sense of self-indulgence, if that's what it is. This indulging oneself gave yourself a sense of comfort and the serotonin, the satisfaction, the enjoyment in life. Understanding where that root trauma came from that caused now this behavior to be selected for and be useful to you. Like, you wouldn't have started doing this if this didn't work for you on some level. But now it's time to understand that trauma and transform it by seeing what happened, forgiving those who caused it, knowing that if they could have done better, they would have done better. Loving how strong the situation has made you and how wise and how unique. And how understanding of others and their experiences too, because you love relating to people, of course, as a Libra Venus. What are they learning in this situation? What is Libra Venus's person learning in this situation? There are a great many choices. They have many options before them. What do they choose to focus on? Because the delusions, ain't it, honey? The Princess of Swords. And the Two of Wands. Not willing to think about how things could be in existence in reality by deluding oneself leads one down a path of planning and creating something that is built on a fucking lie. They needed to know that. They refused to look at the truth about you. And they needed to know what happens as a consequence of that, as part of their learning through the mirroring that you're doing for each other in this relationship. What are you letting go of now in this relationship? What are you letting go of? What are you letting go of? The devil. That's the Breaking Chains card. You can do this. This is meant to be. Is it going to be easy? No. But you don't have to be reliant on this anymore. You can follow your truth to its logical conclusion. That is so powerful. What are they letting go of? Isolating themselves. So that they don't have to face their anxieties or their worries. Illumination. They're in denial and they're running away from the truth because it causes them a lot of pain. They're worried about you. They're worried about your future together. And that's all understandable, but at the end of the day, they haven't been able to enjoy this delusion because it's not grounded in reality. There's too many. They've had to go away from everyone, right? Because no one else around them can reflect their delusions. They can't exist in the free market of thought. What do they want to say to you right now, Libra Venus, excuse me. What do they want to say to you right now, Libra Venus? I am becoming a better person. You and I were too young. I couldn't let you get close to me. I know I messed up everything. I feel like they take some responsibility for where you're at right now. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. They're very worried about you. They're very concerned. They love you so much. So many things remind me of you. They're ready to support you. But you do need to be totally honest with them and support them in simply sharing how together you can face this, because the outcome is going to be so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Let's get some advice for you from the Clarifying Love Situations deck. Advice for Libra Venus right now. Flickering passion. Feelings come and go, or the chemistry is not there. Okay. It's definitely time to kind of go and do your own thing right now. You may be kind of mourning a loss that you're not as close as you once were because you're really going through a lot and they can't quite understand, but they're very worried about you. It's just, you need some time alone. And that doesn't necessarily mean, okay, I'm moving out, we're splitting up, we're getting a divorce or whatever. Maybe that's what it looks like for you. I also feel like some Libras are too quick to totally go scorched earth on that, though, because they do not want to hurt the other person. I don't recommend you do that, and here's why. Divine union. Use the wings of empathy to bring love and harmony. This is healing mirage. See through illusions, navigate dangers, and find solace in therapy's guidance. Revelations canvas. Expose truths and divulge secrets to create a masterpiece of clarity. This is so, this relationship is powerful. It will stand the test of time. It will certainly live through this, despite both of your fears. The healing mirage, seeing through the illusions. They need to see through the illusions to see that healing is taking place, and they are a vital part of that. Revelations canvas, expose your truths, divulge your secrets, tell them what the fuck is going on, all the dirty details. They already know you are in deep trouble. They are so worried about you. And I know that because they delude themselves, you may feel that they're not ready to hear this. They need it. They need to hear it, and they need to hear it in the same breath as you tell them that you understand now that this has its root in trauma. You understand now that this is something that will transform you and make you so amazingly an incredible person. And that you understand that they didn't have this, you know, if this isn't true, they need reassurance on that. That's why that's another reason why this needs to come out in the open, is that they need reassurance that this was not their fault. This came from some past trauma. All right, let's get a success card for you. Libra Venus, let's get your success card for your relationship and what you're going through right now. Enjoy the mystery. And it's not, you know, there's some, I don't know. I was like, maybe I'm going to get the addiction card I just got for somebody else, but like, no, you already understand that to a great deal. There's something more to this. The most incomprehensible thing is that there's still something comprehensible. Something profoundly hidden must be behind everything. Albert Einstein. Life is so mysterious that our hands are not capable of touching its peaks, nor are our eyes capable of penetrating its deepest mysteries. The deeper you descend, the more mysterious it becomes. Everything that exists is a mystery, and all efforts to decipher it are destined to fail. It is thus better to enjoy the mystery than try to understand it. In the end, the man who constantly tries to understand life reveals himself to be stupid, whereas the man who enjoys life becomes wise and continues to enjoy it because he becomes increasingly more aware of the mystery that surrounds us. The highest level of understanding is to recognize that one can understand nothing. Everything is mysterious, and everything is a miracle. You don't need to know right now why this is happening right now. You don't need to know right now why your person is here along with you for the ride. You don't need to know right now why the people who hurt you in your past did that to you. You don't need to know right now why, what will happen on the other side of all of this. All you need to know is that miracles are everywhere, and they are here for you now. And the devil reverse is here for you now. You can break these chains by having the courage to solve your problems with your heart and your mind, and the compassion and support of your person. You have an amazing opportunity to change everything right now. And I'm so happy for you. And thank you so much for letting me read for you today, Libra Venus. If you like that, please give me a like or a subscribe. And I also do other readings like rising sign readings every month. And I've got more stuff coming too. And until then, take very good care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.